History. History of Kickin Brass Band Part 4. Hey, 7 years. If I could fit it into an hour, so be it. Let's do this. Okay. So, 2017, we started working on, just getting you caught up. 2017, we started working on this song. Extra clear, no little chief, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, we working it in, whatever. But we still doing gigs. So, the beginning of 2017, we did our Mardi Gras parade. We did the gig at the Kessler. We did the gig at the Kessler, the Mardi Gras parade, going good. But I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on that I really wasn't cool with, and a lot of original band members wasn't really cool with. At this point, my son started not liking Steve because there was the way he was trying to treat the band members and the way he was trying to treat me, trying to treat people like he just was the dude. We've already Taru is gone. John is gone. Taru is gone. John is gone. David Johnson gone. Big Lou still in and out. But me and him not getting along. Because I find out he don't even know how to play his horn. You know how to make sounds come out, but he don't know how to play his horn. There's a big difference. No disrespect. So we get ready to start playing at this event for Michelle. We had about like 2 or 3 events we were playing for Michelle. We still had our own events that we were doing. In the process of all this going on, what is this? Was that 2018? Is that 2018? Y'all give me a minute so I get the year right. Let me see something. I'm trying to get 2017 and 2018 right. Yeah, 2017. That was 2017 because we hadn't got to 2018 yet. 2017, Michelle and Steve are making the decisions for the band. I'm left out all the decisions. We're going all the way through the year. We do the stuff for her we do the bookshop stuff for her, but she's alternating between bands. This is where the fuckery comes in at. She stopped using Kickin Brass and started using Unfaded. Which that's no problem. You choose who you want to choose. She said, hey, I just split the gigs up between y'all. That's no problem. But I'm not included in on any discussion, the business discussion on what we getting paid and all the other stuff that's going on. So summer rolls around. We get ready to do this parade. We did it the year before. It's a parade that we're doing going out of town. And it kept on the advertisement. It said something about pride. I didn't think much of it. I'm not familiar with the LG, with the gay community or whatever what they call it. I'm not familiar with that shit. I'm familiar with a little bit or whatever it is, whatever it consisted of, but I'm not familiar with the gay community. So on the advertisement, it said pride. I'm thinking because the year before it was just it was a parade about Dallas, and wait, no, that was 2018. I'm sorry. So we do the regular parade in 2017. We're going through the year. We get to the point where we actually practicing on the song Long Live the Chief. We actually practicing it on. He had half of the money for us to go in the studio. I had the other half so we could rehearse because at the time I had a beautician in the shop and we needed the space. So we still had John with the group. We still had Justina. And we still had a couple of other people, but they was working hard if they feel like they need to work. So we go through that whole year, and everything's going okay. We running into our issues like anybody else. But then by that time, like I say, by the end of 2017, John had a little pistol incident. Sass and them just thought it was just too hectic. But then January came around, and like I said, we still January 2018. We still had Justina, and everybody had came back from, and we was doing all our gigs and things of that nature, and we started doing a lot of stuff with Michelle. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have all the details. I get the details when everybody else would. I'm like, man, you not discussing none of this shit with me, and I have a problem with that. Oh, don't worry about it. Blah 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 blah. So, by this time, I'm getting text messages from weird people. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting photos of shit going on, and people, and whoever this is, whoever the person he's pissed off is telling me stuff about me that I've told him. So I'm sitting back and I'm listening and I'm watching, and I'm getting strange phone calls. I'm getting phone numbers coming to my phone. Some of what I forgot what they call it, some kind of stuff where if it's an app, there was an app that was out that you could spoof or whatever. There's an app out that somebody could use your phone number and call other people your phone or text people, and it looked like you're doing the calling or texting because they've actually cloned your number to use it to send a message. So I'm getting all kind of shit said to me, talking about Steve said you're not important to the band. He started the band. You just do what you're supposed to do. Whole bunch of stuff. Every day it was something. My phone was ringing with fucking different numbers. I'm seeing naked pictures of naked people that I know that was in his phone and that was on his Dropbox, because in 2016 I gave him my in 2016 I gave him my camera to videotape us, because it was a digital camera, and for it to take the footage. But somehow his digital camera footage, the stuff that was on his Dropbox, got uploaded to my motherfucking camera, and it was about 100 and something dick pics and personal pictures of naked pictures of hoes, him, his girlfriend, all kind of stuff that was going on. And I was just like, say, bro, when I told him, I said, say, man, I said, say, man, there's a lot of naked pictures of you and other people in my fucking camera, dude. My family uses this camera. Oh, man, my bad. Just delete it. So I deleted all the naked pictures. 137 dick pics. Thought that shit was kind of weird. But hey, man, you do what you want to do. You ain't a married man. You want to send all these dick pics out there. Hey, man, that's on you. That's fine. So I deleted all that shit. And we back up to 2018 where I'm telling them, say, man, whoever it is, they got a hold to your email address. I'm getting shit sent to my email. Dog, I'm getting shit sent to my phone. They're inboxing me different shit. Whatever. Oh, they ain't got information like that. I don't know where they got that from. Well, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. So he telling me all these lies. But the shit that whoever this person is, his butt buddy or whatever the fuck it is, sit up there and giving me real live information on shit I know I've told this man. He said he don't know who it is. I believe him. For months, I believe him. We get through the gay pride parade. My wife goes over to speak to his girl. She snubbs my wife. My wife said, fuck you, bitch. And gone about her motherfucking business. So, my wife said, fuck her. But she acted like that with everybody at the motherfucking gig. Like this is my man. Your man can't even play 5 fucking scales, bitch. You don't even know what the fuck you listening to. So, past that shit, we get through the summer. I'm steadily getting text messages. I'm steadily getting shit. Then one day they go off to Waxahachie. The band goes off to Waxahachie. I stay behind because I couldn't take that type of time off work. The band goes off to Wichita Falls. And I'm going on to the band page, see if I can see in there, upload videos. And I'm looking at the list of members in the band. And you got all these New Orleans motherfuckers. But my son that's been there since day one, he ain't on the list. But you go in and you change this shit periodically. So I called them while they in Wichita Falls. I called them. I said, say, man. I said, you will not disrespect I said, your girl don't already disrespect my wife. I said, you will not disrespect my son. When you come back to Dallas, come by my house and bring your fucking pistol. I tells them this shit because you not finna. I'm sick of fucking with you. You rub me the wrong way. I'm just like, he like, man, ain't nothing like that. We just going there, we'll fix it. Whatever. So, get ready to go in there and fix it. August comes around. I'm going back into detail now because this is where the shit hit the fan. August come around. I talked to Big Lou on the phone. No big deal. No hard feelings about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just, everybody going on doing their everyday thing. Big Lou called me. What am I doing? I'm hanging up drapes in the bedroom. I stopped doing what I'm doing. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? See how you doing and stuff, because his health kind of bad or whatever. So we talking. Everything's fine. A month later, September, just before the Grand PV game, he goes on to the band page. This is Big Lou. He goes on to the band page and posts, whoever put this shit up, blah, 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 I'm going to slap you in front of your wife and your kids. Now, mind you, I'm the only band member in the band with a child that's in the band, and my wife be at every show. Somehow, whoever this is got it spoofing, using me to send derogatory messages to Unfaded. Unknown to me that Steve already got a problem with like 2 or 3 Unfaded members on some shady shit he had did to their asses, which I told him not to do that. Then he did some fuck shit to John. Didn't pay John for a gig that he played before he pulled a gun out, before he had his gun on him at band practice. So he didn't pay that man. He kept that man money, and then he did some shady shit to some other members of Unfaded. And that shit was like, I'm like, man, I say, dog, man, what the fuck is going on? So, I tell Big Lou I'm going to beat his ass. I tell him you need to apologize to me or whatever the fuck, and I get no response. So I say, fuck it, I just let that lie. It's time we're not really doing any gigs. Steve didn't want to get his woman back a deposit for a wedding. That was fucked up because he took the wedding. Told us it was $500 and it was $750, and he was gonna pocket the other part. But when he took the $5, he told us $5, and Rob said, "I'm not doing that shit for $500. I'm not paying for no $30. Fuck that." Which that was cool. So we backed out of it because Rob didn't want to do it. Moving forward. We moving forward. I'm at my kids' football game. I'm talking to the lady about the shit, whatever. And we get through with all this. We get through with all this. So I tell Steve, straight up, I said, we need to have a band meeting today. So we have a band meeting. I said, we meeting. I tell everybody in the band, we meeting in front of the Freeman. 7:30. 2018. I remember, because I just bought that BMW. I just bought the Beamer. And we pulled up down there in that bitch. It looked so clean sitting in front of the motherfucking Freeman. Looked like I owned that bitch. So, we sitting there, we having practice. I mean, we sitting there, because this is a meeting. This meeting right here, I'm firing Steve at this fucking meeting. I'm firing Steve at this meeting. Because, one, it was some shit put out about Michelle. I was at church rehearsal. Well, the day before, this happened like 2 weeks prior. Me and Steve had been arguing for like almost 2 months behind him lying about a lot of shit that's been going on. And now you done got me and getting motherfuckers threatening me, talking about my mama and shit that I done told him about personal life and shit like this. So now we at a point where whoever this is out for blood now. And it was fucked up because Michelle thought I had something to do with it. To this day, I don't know. I think she still think I got something to do with it, which I didn't. So the shit was, somebody had put together a picture, a nude porn site, a nude website, where it could have been a body double, because the chick was a small frame like her and had, a slim body color. Whoever it is, they took a lot of time to do this and made it. And Michelle had just started her new job, and I thought it was fucked up that day. I'm like, dude. So that morning, I called him. And he was working. He was leaving Dallas, going to Austin to go to work every morning. 2 hours. I don't know. Whatever it was, it's enough time for him to call her, because I talked to him at 7 something in the morning. I get up, I'm on the shit, I'm looking at the shit, it's sent to me, and a whole bunch of other people has been sent to that I don't know who they are, but I'm in this fucking group thread. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I sent it to Steve. I said, Steve, had you seen this? He like, nah, what's this? I said, somebody's making up some shit about Michelle. You need to tell, since you talk to her every day, you need to tell her what's going on. I'm at choir rehearsal. We getting ready to do a musical. I called him when I think he out work, like 7 o'clock. 7:30, because we was at choir rehearsal. I said, say, man, did you tell Michelle about that bullshit ass website they put up? Oh, man, I forgot. Dude, now you going on your way to work 2.5 hours, and 2.5 hours, you got 5 hours to tell this chick what the fuck is going on, and you ain't told her. She just started her new job, man. So I hung the phone up with his ass, and I called her. I said, Michelle, can I talk to you for a minute? She said, yeah, Fuzzy, what's wrong? I said, have you got a message today, or email or anything today? She said, yes, I have. I said, is it what I think it's about? Because I didn't want to go, because if she didn't know, I was going to tell her. I said, well, I got the same information this morning, and I told Steve to tell you about it, and he didn't. So I'm telling you now, you may need to fix something. I don't know what you need to do. Well, I don't want to see you lose your job. She targets me. I didn't do nothing. I'm trying to be a friend and tell you what the fuck going on, since the nigga that you've been snuggling up with, talking to, chit-chatting with, he didn't tell you. I figure I need to tell you because I've been knowing you was my child's teacher. I figure I need to tell you, since at this time I've known you for 10 years. I didn't figure that you think I had anything to do with it. But go figure. So shortly after that, that's when I decided to call a meeting. Called a meeting, met at the Freeman. I told Steve his service is no longer necessary. Because at this particular time, the majority of the band, if they were doing that to Michelle, I was worried about the majority of the band members that were school teachers. We had B. Ham that was a school teacher. We had Mankiti that was a school teacher. We had Cecil Neal that was a school teacher. We had we had like 4 or 5 people that were school teachers, including my son that was in this organization. And whoever this was spreading lies. And that shit don't go over good in no school district. It just don't. So I told him, I said, Steve, you need to tell these people what's going on, or you need to step back until shit gets straight. You need to step back until shit gets straight. He didn't want to say nothing. He didn't want to own up to it. So I fired him. He walks off. He gone. So I got 2 to 3 gigs I got to set up. You know, this is the end of 2019. This is the end of 2018. Going into 2019 now. Going into 2019. I go into my phone, right? Well, now, this is where I knew his ass was lying to me. I go into my, I'm trying to go back to look up some information from a person that was trying to book me. So they're not my friends. So it goes into like, it's like a spam inbox place where you go over there and just say Facebook user. And you got to flip through there and find the people that you are not connected with and find the information. So I come across this. It just said a little something, your boy. I said, my boy. So I tapped on it. I ain't never seen him before. Had a whole message about whoever this is that he said he didn't know. They paid for him to go to Denver to go do a jiu-jitsu match. They've been giving him money the whole time, helping him through his cancer. Now he don't know this person. And at the bottom, it got a picture of him regular. Then one of his dick pics that was in his inbox, that was in his motherfucking Dropbox. So you say you don't know who the fuck this is. Ain't nobody got a hold of your inbox. But one of the same pictures I had to manually delete out my motherfucking camera. Just so happened to be in possession by the person that you don't even know who it was. I came to the conclusion that there's some gay shit going on. Hey man, so what you do, that's what you do. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nigga, if it was a female, she been on came out who she is. This shit been going on. This shit still going on. Not as much, but it goes on. So I came to the conclusion. I said, this nigga been lying to me the whole motherfucking time. So I just cut off connection with him. I just cut off connection with him just completely. Time goes on. I falls off a 4-wheeler and hurt myself real bad. So we just not getting back to the game. So we get a gig at the Freeman. First real gig of the year is at the Freeman. My ribs still hurt, so you know, fuck it. I booked the Freeman. We finna get up here and we finna play. So we get up in the Freeman. We get to the Freeman. I heard Steve at the Freeman, but he in there recruited my man Phil to record the song that me, Rob, and Steve collaborated and putting together. But we don't know this. Me and Rob don't know this. Somehow he got in and got out before I could see him. I was gonna speak to the dude. No big deal. We go in there, we play. I go up on stage with about 15 motherfuckers. This is the gig where y'all saw a whole bunch of us with different color Kickin brass shirts on. So we get to playing there. We have a wedding to do. We do the wedding, and we do another reception. Like all this from like the next couple of days. Then we get ready to do. We do Mardi Gras parade. We do the Mardi Gras parade. It was cold that year. Again, it was cold. It's 2019. So we get ready to go into March. We do a couple of events. March. April come around. May, me and him have a discussion on the phone. I'm talking to him about the email address, the email and the contact information. I said, say, bro, are you gonna give me the contact information for the band? He says, no. Them my people, your people. No, them is the band people. The band worked hard to get these people. The band worked hard to get the band built this up. You didn't build this up. So if people want to get in touch with you, they'll call your phone. But he never gave me, but that's how I knew he was on some bullshit. This ain't about him, this about the band, how we got this far. When the band, I said, he had the band email address, and for years, he said, I'm gonna give you the, I said, man, why you ain't never just gave me the link to the email so I could see what the messages are? I never saw the messages from customers. I never saw emails. I never saw contracts. I never saw anything. I never saw him because I trusted him. Because he's supposed to be my boy. I trusted him. Gonna find out a lot of that shit was fire. Ain't nobody tripping though. We still moving on. Get to the summer, right? I talked to him days before. Now we argued. He talking about how I fucked over him and pushed him out the band or whatever all that shit is, whatever. So I'm not even really tripping on none of that shit. The summer get here, and somehow I come across Long Live the Chief. He puts up this, I had this song on my chest, in my heart for the last few years, blah, 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 blah. And I'm seeing different snippets of certain musicians working with him, but I see him in the background. I'm like, yeah, we up here recording, blah, blah, blah. And they recording. But then I'm listening to the recording. It's a song that me, Rob, Steve, and C. Neil all had a part of putting this shit together. But he had every other musician. He had everybody but Kickin Brass musician working on that fucking song, except for like one or two of them. And they didn't know that the song wasn't his. They didn't know that we all played a part in it. The song is on Spotify. The song is on YouTube, and it said composed by Steve, vocals by Steve, all this shit by Steve, and you gave no credit to everybody else that helped put the song together. Nor does he tell us he even putting the song together. So I push on past all that. I even let some of the cats even hear the originals to that shit. I said, man, we recorded this song. I said, we started recording this song back in 2016, dude. I said, that ain't his song, that's our song. But he took it and he did what he wanted to with it. It wasn't no big deal. I could have sued him. I didn't. I could have did anything I want to, but I did. So Kickin Brass is still here. That's 2018. 2019, I rebuild. 2020, y'all already know what happened, and now we're at 2021. This is Kickin Brass. We've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and I'm not willing to give up Kickin Brass for anything. I have my patience have been tried with members. My time has been consumed. My money. And I love Kickin Brass Band for everything that I've been through, and everything that everybody's been through. I thank Steve. I thank Justina. I thank everybody, because everybody that was a part of this organization at one point in time, they gave something to it, and we kept it. Not we stole it, but we kept something that we learned from you. We kept something that we thought was necessary to be a part of this band. Yeah, Justina, you gave us that bounce beat. Steve, you gave us the understanding of how important certain songs were. You get the listing and all that shit. Steve, Rob, you gave us that funk ass bass line, because if it wasn't for you being able to play bass guitar, you wouldn't be able to get them funk ass pedal tones and everything that you've done. Donnie, being one of the greatest trumpet players in Dallas, Texas, and still sticking with me through all this bullshit. Everybody that has ever played a note with Kickin Brass Band, I thank you for helping, for us being here and sustaining for the last 7 years, and hope to go on for another 7 more. But the shit wasn't easy, and it came with a lot of fuckery. This is Every Fuzzy Young. Said 7 years, gonna keep on pushing. Love y'all.